You know what? I was gonna try and make this video in a calm state, but no, I just can't. I need to get mad. I need to get mad and express what I genuinely feel towards this Barcelona side right now. Because what they have just shown out there in the pitch is an absolute disgrace, an absolute embarrassment, and an absolute disrespect to every single Barcelona fan today who took the time out of their beautiful Sunday, beautiful day out there that it is today, took the time from 9:15 in the morning to watch this Barcelona side up until 11:30 a.m. where they could have been at church. They could have been praying to God. They could have been enjoying their day with their families. They took their beautiful time that God gave us to watch Barcelona play, thinking, oh, we're going to bounce back. We're going to bounce back after that PSG defeat. Hansi Flick is going to show us different tactics. He's going to show us that he can move different things around. Pedri is going to show us that he can perform much better than he did up against PSG. Lewandowski is going to show us some character. Ferran Torres is going to show us some personality. The defense is going to show us that they can function well. But instead, an absolute disrespect to every single Barcelona fan out there in the world. And today as well, to we Barca fans today got humbled. We need to start showing a little bit more personality as well. We the fans need to start showing that criticism is good. Stop sugarcoating Barcelona. I try to be critical. I try to be transparent with this team, trying to show you guys that, look, maybe mistakes happen sometimes. But today we absolutely see that this Barca side, I'm like, my throat is chuckling because I literally can't even believe this. Today we realize that this Barcelona side is no longer a competitive team. We saw that today. We saw that. As harsh as that sounds, this Barcelona side today is no longer a competitive team. The way that we played against PSG and the way that we played today, 2 consecutive matches now, I don't want to hear any excuses from any of you. Those who love Barcelona, I'm glad that you guys love this club, but do not let your love blind you. This Barcelona side today is an absolute disgrace. I'm putting it simple out, just like that. I don't care if I get critiqued. I don't care if people talk smack. I don't care. I don't want to see this Barcelona side ever again play like this. Never. This is not the team that I support. And for those that are going to say, oh, how are you going to support your team on bad moments or on good moments? Stop. I'm trying to be nice right now. Stop. Accept the critique. We got humbled today by Sevilla, who had not won a single match this season at home. They only have, apart from this game, one other win at home this year, this entire year. So stop. I don't want to hear it from you. Accept the criticism. We got humbled today. This Barcelona side, I don't know who they are. They're unrecognizable. It's an absolute disgrace and a disrespect to every single Barca fan who took time out of their day to come and watch them. Absolute disrespect. No more to be said. I need to be brutally honest right now, because over the week after that defeat against PSG, I tried defending Hansi Flick against some people who wanted him out after that defeat, which I found absolutely unbelievable. But every single match that I see this high line, every single match that I see this defense not functioning together, and every time that I hear more and more excuses that Barcelona cannot buy a center back, and Hansi Flick continuing to use this high line, when it is clearly not working, in matches that it is not working, why doesn't Hansi Flick change things up in the middle of the game? In that first half, Sevilla had around 5 to 8 to 10 chances, 1v1s, and Hansi Flick continued using the high line. Look, Hansi, I understand that you have confidence in your tactics. I love that about yourself. You were using a high line against PSG in the final of the Champions League 2020 at the 90th minute, winning 1-0. So I admire that you have confidence in your tactics, but you need to stop using them if they aren't working in a match. You don't show that you're not confident just because you switch things up. It is a good thing to switch things up. If the highline isn't working, then stop using it. Now, here's another thing that just needs to be said. Our center back pairs suck right now. They absolutely suck. Araujo, Cubarsí, Eric, Cubarsí, Christensen, Cubarsí, Christensen, Araujo. It does not matter what the pair link-up is. They suck, specifically at the high line. I've already mentioned in the video, Hansi Flick needs to stop using this high line when we are clearly getting dominated and clearly getting abused by teams who are just sending a long ball over our defense. But more importantly than that, this game gives Barcelona now a full sufficient reason to buy a center back or 2 center backs in the January transfer market. I don't care if you have to sell Dani Olmo. I don't care if you have if Laporta has to pay out of his own pockets. We, the fans, will pay for it. Send us a link to how many jerseys you want us to buy, and we'll buy them. But buy a center back, please. You generated almost 100 million euros in the summer transfer market from sales, from loans, from whatever. I don't care what it was. Buy a center back, please. Stop with this excuse that we have no money. Stop. Sell players. We have money. Stop it. Buy one, because otherwise we are not going to win anything. Otherwise, this Barcelona side is gonna get scored 4 goals or 5 goals by every single team with this defense. It's simple. Buy a center back. One center back, just one that can link up with one of these that we already have. That's all we're asking for, please. I know the reason why Barcelona's defense sucks right now. I know the defense why this team is so unconcentrated in the matches. It is because our players would much rather be watching other games than focusing on their own. Christensen, my guys, was watching the Premier League between Chelsea and Liverpool, watching it on his way to Sevilla, when my man could have been focusing on his own match. If Christensen is doing this, then I can just imagine what everybody else is doing. And I don't want to hear from you guys. What do you mean? He's not allowed to watch a match like that's his own team. I don't care, bro. Focus on Sevilla. Focus on your own match that you have upcoming. If you place your mind on this match, you know what that tells me? That Barcelona are already thinking about Chelsea. On their way to Sevilla. Why? That match will come after the international break when you're preparing for it. Christensen, I get that he's an ex-Chelsea player, but if he is more interested in his ex-club than focusing on our match that we have coming up, then this is why Barcelona got absolutely destroyed today. Our players are not concentrated. They have their minds on other stuff. And if they continue having their minds on other stuff, then we're going to continue getting embarrassed and dominated by other teams who have one win in their home stadium this year. Now, here is my opinion on this one. Is this a penalty by Ronald Araujo? In my opinion, no, this is not a penalty. I think that for those who watch football, know 100% that the Sevilla player looks for it. You know why? Because of this. Number one, Ronald Araujo places his foot in between his legs. Yes, I get that. But that is just not a reason when the players are running at like 2 miles an hour for the player to throw himself, to literally throw himself like a dive. Literally a dive, bro. The referees have to take this into consideration. I don't understand why the referees don't interpret the actions of the players. The Sevilla guy clearly throws himself. I've tripped over certain stuff in my life, and I am never falling to the ground because I feel a small contact on my shin, bro. That is never a penalty. You can clearly tell that the Sevilla player looks for it. You can now that's one thing. But Araujo, I'm not going to talk about the Sevilla player anymore. Araujo. What are you doing, my guy? Why are you going in like that? I don't understand. The ball is going out of play. Just shield it. There's no reason for you to have to put your foot in between his legs. It's not a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty. But it's the fact that you do it. It's the fact that you make it look so much like it's a penalty. Araujo, bro, we the fans were so confused as to why you didn't start against Sevilla. Against PSG. And now we're all wondering why Hansi Flick didn't just start Garcia. That is how bad of your performance it was today. The inconsistency with these players is just beyond me, man. I simply cannot. I don't understand how we can continue making these mistakes. Lewandowski was absolutely disastrous today. I don't know. I don't understand what I just saw from Lewandowski. Number one, it wasn't only the penalty that he missed, by the way. I'm not even talking about the penalty, which was absolutely disastrous. Worst penalty that I have ever seen Lewandowski take. But it was also his touches, his passes, his movement. He was scared. It's like he ate a chocolate cake before the match. He couldn't run. Like when he ran, it seemed like his legs were heavy. What was going on with Lewandowski? And it wasn't just him, it was also the players. But Lewandowski particularly. Come on, my guy. Come on. How can you give us good performances sometimes? Score incredible headers against Oviedo. And then all of a sudden, against PSG and Sevilla, you turn into like an actual 50-year-old. How is that possible? Why are you confusing us, the fans? You need to start giving us some consistency. Do we decide as to whether we want to keep you or do we 100% sell you? This was probably the worst game that I have ever seen from Lewandowski, and I hope I never see that type of performance again from him. Now, here's my thing about this Rashford goal, which is literally like the only pure happiness that I found in the entire match. Number one, the Pedri ball is insane. Pedri, he is the only player who, even when he has bad matches such as he did today, he somehow managed to make some type of a difference. That ball that he puts, it's like he puts it with a glove. It's like he grabs the hand and he has an invisible hand. Right? It's like he's literally Harry Potter. He's like dragging that ball and he puts it right into his foot. Now, obviously, I don't believe in magic. I'm a man of God, so I don't know why I said that. But here's the point that I'm trying to make. Pedri, even when he has bad matches, he somehow manages to create something genius. Puts the ball to Rashford, and Rashford, he just continues getting on a better momentum. This is like another goal and assist for Marcus Rashford. He's probably becoming one of our best signings in the last couple of seasons. He continues playing at this. Barcelona 100% have to pay his release clause, whatever that fee might be, and buy him at the end of the season, because this guy continues giving us more and more magic. Every single game is something more. Today he scores in probably one of the most difficult matches that Barcelona have ever played in this season, and Marcus Rashford probably showed that he's one of the better players out there today in the pitch. Both Rashford and Pedri, really few criticism that they have from me today. Dani Olmo again. Dani Olmo. I tried defending this guy over the week against PSG, but every single match that I see him, and specifically after the fans pointed out, I just can't help but literally just looking at his game. The amount of mistakes that this guy has, the low level of performance that he's in. And look, right now I'm angry, so I may say some things that maybe I'm going to disagree with later on. But at this way that Dani Olmo is playing, he needs to go in a January transfer market. He needs to go. We cannot continue playing like this. I understand that players go through bad moments in their careers. I've experienced that as a player myself. I have, so I fully understand it. But when we speak about playing at a team like Barcelona, we cannot give you a lot of time for you to recover mentally, for you to recover physically, for you to start playing well again. We need performances. You're playing professional football at one of the best clubs in the world who have legends like Ronaldinho, Lionel Messi, Xavi, Iniesta who have played. Many multiple legends that have played in your position. They've also experienced bad moments, but they knew how to bounce back right away. And Dani Olmo isn't doing that right now. Dani Olmo is not doing that, and he's just continuing to give every single Barca fan a reason to sell him in the January transfer market and just invest on a center back or, I don't know, somebody else. But Dani Olmo needs to change things up. He can't continue playing like this. I'm sorry, Daniel. Dani, I'm trying to defend you, but you're not giving me the reasons to do so. We spent 30 minutes watching fouls, throw-ins, mistakes, and our players running like they had just eaten chocolate cake. Our players running like they were constipated. We spent like 30 minutes of that first half watching that. I was literally trying to count the seconds and minutes as to how much beautiful football we saw. But half of the time it was fouls. Half of the time our players, it looked like they had gastritis. Half of the time it seemed like it was a new foul. It was something. Now here's another thing. I pay $12.99 a month to watch this team play. I pay this fee, including Paramount, including other accounts that I pay, to watch my team play, to watch beautiful football on a Sunday, on a beautiful Sunday morning from 9:15 a.m. to 11:30, where I could be at church praying to our Lord, where I could be out with my family eating breakfast, but I would much rather watch Barcelona play. And instead, they gave us that horrible performance, playing worse than an amateur team. I have seen Leicester City this season give better games than this Barcelona side. Number one, what is our defense doing? What is our midfield doing? And what is our attack doing? Why were they playing like they were scared? Like they didn't know all of a sudden how to play football. Literally, the way that they played, it made me feel like I was watching like a high school team. Like a JV team, bro. That is how horrible it felt for me. I could not believe what my eyes were seeing.
What? You're telling me when we have defensive problems, our team is focusing on buying strikers, a Levante striker, and Adeyemi. When we have Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Marcus Rashford, Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, Rooney Bardghji. But in the defense, we have who knows who do we have? Somebody needs to explain to me why our club is focusing so much on bringing strikers in the January transfer market when the problem is in the back line. It's back there, not up there. It's back there. That is where we have the issues. That is where teams are finding 5 to 10 chances in a single half and putting like 3 goals behind us. That is why. If our club continues to put their focus on the wrong prospects, then we are never going to advance. This club right now is becoming a meme. And I hate to see that because I love Barcelona. But we have to be critically and brutally honest and point to all the mistakes that the club is currently making. Why are we focusing on a striker when we need defenders? Please explain that to me.